What up, guys? Baker Rebuilds back with another video. Got the Dodge Charger down here at the house, and we're going to get her all detailed so she's nice and pretty. As you can see, the one plastic door trim piece is already missing, so we're going to remove all of them, just remove the rest of them, and I think that'll look pretty good when this whole panel is cleaned up and paint corrected. These rims have been cleaned once. They're the ones that I cleaned in my W6 G-Technic video. Just did a iron and general fallout remover on them, but we're going to clean them again. As you can see, there's quite a few rough points in this vehicle in the paint. I mean, it hasn't been taken care of well in a long time, and then even the couple years that we've had it, it's been sitting a lot of the time as we rebuilt the engine and got new piston rings on it so that we could get her running again. Got to redo these headlights because they're just incredibly terrible. They're almost not even see-through. Do the fog lights. We've got to get this window trim piece glued back in. Hopefully I can get this door cleaned up and get whatever this leftover crap is. It almost looks like duct tape residue, but I'm not sure. See if we can get that cleaned up. Carl doesn't care for the skull badge, so we're going to remove that for him. These lights are a bit scratched up, so hopefully we can get them cleaned up and looking a bit newer, a bit more refreshed. So for today's agenda, I'm going to take it over to the car wash. We're going to start by using the iron remover on the rims, getting those started, spray down the whole car and get most of the surface crap off. Then we'll move into a clay bar to remove embedded contaminants in the clear coat. I think before the car wash though, I'm going to try and use some Goo Gone and probably a little bit of a heat gun, see if I can't get these off and cleaned up a bit. Clean up the paint underneath them, I mean. What a mess. Alright guys, I'm just using a microfiber towel and some Goo Gone. I haven't done a whole lot of this in the past, so I wouldn't exactly say I'm a professional at this, but I'll let you know how it turns out. So far it's already softening it up quite a bit to where just a fingernail can pull this off. So maybe a plastic scraper or something might work pretty good. But I'm just keeping my rag good and wet and moving along and try and get a bunch of this pretty soaked and then scrape it off. See how it turns out. Alright guys, now that I got the bulk of the stuff soaked, the bigger stuff, I'm just kind of using a plastic thing intended for window tinting, but today it's a plastic razor blade, and we're just kind of getting this bulk of the top layer off. It's actually working pretty well once you get it good and soaked. Question is what will be the best course of action to get the remaining layer of residue off once I've got the bulk of the surface residue off. So this rear passenger door one cleaned up pretty good, and I had to use the heat to pull off the plastic strip, and I think the heat actually helped quite a bit. So this one, where it was already missing the plastic piece, I came back and heated it up, and now this stuff with a bit of elbow grease is coming right off. Definitely a little bit of elbow grease though. Alright guys, I couldn't help it. Had to go take her for a car wash. I finished getting the plastic trim off the door panels. Obviously you can't see it right now because it's dark. Sorry about that. But first bath in the books. With the door trim on the driver's side, it was giving me a way worse time, so I ended up pulling out my steam gun and steaming it off, which seemed to help quite a bit, but it still took a while. And unless you're, with the amount of elbow grease and scrubbing with the microfiber towel that I did and scrubbing with the plastic blade that I did, unless you're planning on doing some sort of paint correction or fixing up the paint afterward, I don't know if I would recommend doing that until you're ready to correct the paint afterwards. But as you can see, oh, come on. As you can see, that plastic is just terrible. So hopefully we can get those fixed up and get them looking about like new.